Hello, my friends. Garden in Devon, season 2. My rosemary, I don't know. It seems to be, I don't know if it's dying. I think it was kind of dying when it got shocked into being moved into a new pot and new soil. But now I think it's starting to come back. The tines, or whatever you want to call them, leaves, are starting to get more of that rosemary smell to them. So that's a good sign, I think. I'm hoping I've got another bigger pot that I can put it into later, but I really want to try and cultivate quite a bit of rosemary. And I'm so happy. And okay, I'm a novice gardener, amateur. I've done many things wrong already, but that's the way it goes with me. And but I was very excited to sow. We had a big storm, a lot of rain last night and the last day or so. So I hadn't watered. But when I came out this morning, and where my beans are, I don't know if you can see them through the chicken wire there, but yeah, they're sprouting up, and so that's very, very cool. I'm very happy to see that. And then further down the line, I'm still iffy on my cantaloupe. I think it's making it. Doesn't seem to be growing too much. Maybe it is, I don't know. And then I've got a couple of possible sprouts of corn. Now, I had some corn left over from last year, and I did Google, can you plant year-old corn? And it wasn't, it's not a for sure thing. Going from seed's not a for sure thing anyways. But I did kind of double plant, just in case there was a failure. I think they call it overplanting. And then if it looks like I need to take some out, then I will. But yeah, I'm kind of iffy on my corn making it, but it does look like something's coming up in at least a couple places. Haven't seen any sign of my mint yet, and that's it. I was talking to my landlady today, and she was like, this whole, like, I'm planning on planting my carrots and my broccoli and my, was that it? Oh yeah, and my peas in July. So, I have a fall harvest, but she's like, just why not plant them now? So I am thinking about doing that instead of waiting. I mean, because they'll grow, and I mean, I'll get a harvest out of my garden before, definitely before the frost kind of thing. And if that's the final kind of harvest of the year, then that's the kind of final harvest of the year, But then try and be on better time next year, which I will be, because I'll have all of this infrastructure in place already. I was even thinking about it last night as I was falling asleep, like I'm going to get burlap sacks and cover the garden beds so that if we do get another person that, flies our gravel into the garden bed with a blower, at least they'll be protected, and I won't get rocks in them. Duh. Seems like a pretty wise thing to do. And there's something else. Oh yeah, I was thinking about if my landlady wants me to take down my fence for the winter, then I was going to get some kind of plugs that I could put in the holes so that I'll have my holes again, for next year kind of thing. Although I think I can move that last pole. It looks kind of goofy, like I'm trying to protect my tree from the deer, but obviously that side, it's actually what I deemed as a sacrifice side. I didn't want to get too close to the driveway. I find a lot of my friends and family seem to go to that side. I've already had to trim stuff off of the apple tree because people were, like, every time they backed out, it was going through the limbs of the apple tree. So, yeah, I kind of put it closer to the tree on that side because, yeah, people just seem to drive over there. And I didn't want people running into my fence. So, but other than that, I mean, things are looking okay. This is a super hot day. Tomorrow's going to be not as hot. But yeah, I think we're well on our way. And I'm planning on, keeping track. Don't you fucking go in that garden, squirrel. I got my slingshot in my back pocket here. Yesterday I had I call it the garden, or the potato plot, open. And a squirrel came over and got a peanut, and whenever they're over here, I'm like, don't go fucking bury it in the garden kind of thing. And usually I chase them off. And this guy went directly for the potato plot. like as if he seemed to know that the chicken wire wasn't even there. And yeah, he got inside there, so I started to walk over, and when he saw me walking over, he panicked, and he flew like a rocket from pretty much the front, like the closest end to me of the plot, right into the chicken wire at the back, and like a wrestler against the ring, the rings. He just bounced right off that, almost landed outside of the garden, and then yeah, he wouldn't come out front. I wasn't even that close. Like I backed up so he could get out without, you know, I was like pretty much where the pavement was there, so I wasn't blocking him in. So he could have come forward, but he just kept on banging and banging into the chicken wire. I'm like, why don't you just climb out? And so eventually he jumped on the back pole there and climbed up and then hopped onto the tree. But there was a young robin that was in there one day when I came out, and it was really young, like it was having problems flying, and it panicked when it saw, I wasn't even close again, but it panicked when it saw me and started banging into the wires and stuff, and eventually managed to fly up over the top. And then there's been a couple of birds, usually small ones, that have been in that big cage there, and they like see me again, freak out, and then as I'm going over to, because I'm going to pull up the cage for them, they fly out exactly where they flew in, kind of thing. So yeah, so it's been all right. Hopefully we get more good weather and less critters. Oh, I have seen the skunk has been around, but not around the garden, and I haven't seen any sign of deer. So I don't know. Like with this tall grass, I've actually been kind of watching to see if I could see a deer trail forming or anything like that, but so far I haven't, unless they're walking like the mowed part. But again, with that chicken wire around their chest to head area and then the wires up top, I'm hoping that dissuades them. I'm hoping to catch that on video is what I really want. So I check my video every day, but all I ever catch is raccoons and skunks and squirrels and birds. I gotta change my hummingbird juice too. Alright everybody, like, subscribe, and share, my friends. I don't know if you see anything in here that you think is worth sharing with people. Go ahead. Or you want to like just say, hey, wow, look at this fucked up dude. Look at his garden. Check out what he's doing. You can do that too. Either way, have a great one. Be good.